Good evening, YouTube family. Tio here, Simplistic Fishing, back in the office tonight. As you heard, Skeeter Steve is down right now. I'm not sure what's wrong with him. Wait for Fun and Sun to get back with me. But while I'm waiting, I might as well go to the office and start doing some more lake breakdowns. So listen, I got a lot of good feedback from you guys. You guys have all been super awesome to me, so I appreciate all the positive feedback that you're giving me and everything. But I also have been trying to collect some of the negative feedback too, even though you don't give me too much. But I've been trying to kind of collect that and improve on my maps. And since Lake Ray Hubbard is my home lake, I wanted to go back and do a revised update to my waypoints that I have for Ray Hubbard. So this new breakdown that we're going to walk through tonight, it includes tracks on Ray Hubbard, which this will be the only lake that I'll do tracks on because it's the only one that I really truly know. And I trust that my tracks are going to be good. It also includes offshore hotspots, as well as all the normal Google Earth waypoints. So tonight, I just want to kind of give you a quick run through of the map, show you what I've done, talk to you about a few points here and there. Let's just wrap it up and talk about Ray Hubbard. So let's do it. Here we go. Let's jump into this thing. Let's get started and let's talk about this update. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about was what I've done on really the left-hand side. So if you're importing my waypoints in, or if you purchase the SD cards from the site, you'll know that I send you the electronic file. So when you import that file into Google Earth, let's just say, for example, Lake Texoma, let's just pick that one. This is what it used to look like. So these are my old markers. And then actually I've already been going through, it looks like I've been going here and sorting this, but a lot of this is not in alphabetical order or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is go back and moving forward on my waypoints, those will all be in alphabetical order to be a lot easier to be able to go through. And in fact, on Ray Hubbard, if you look here to the left-hand side, I've got this all sorted out. So I've got your offshore hotspots in one category, your ramps, your cover, your creek channels. So let's just say that you wanted to just fish you just wanted to fish ramps, right? So all you'd have to do is go in here and just unclick all that other stuff. And then now you just have the ramps on the right-hand side. So you know just where all the ramps are on Hubbard. Or maybe you just want to fish pond dams. Or, you know, maybe you want to see the boat lanes. So just all kinds of cool stuff that I've done there to try to make it very user-friendly for you guys. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the boat lanes. So I had a couple people tell me that they're fishing the THSBA tournaments out here on Hubbard, and they were asking me where the safe places were to run. So I decided I'd make boat lanes for you guys. Now, I will admit that down in here where all these green is, you can pretty much run wherever you want. You're going to be fine. I just made these lanes for you just to give you kind of a sense of comfort to know that if you're running in these lanes, you're going to be safe. And then what I also did was I added these danger icons. So these danger icons will tell you where there is trouble on this lake. So obviously down here, there's a tree out in the middle of the lake. It's protected by buoys, so you won't hit it. But there's danger down there. There's danger off of this point up here. There's a shallow area that comes off this point you need to be careful with. So you can see here when I put the path outside of that point. You've also got to be really careful when you come back in here. There's all kinds of trees in here. So I outlined this with basically danger. You'll notice here on this path. Now on your graphs, I don't know if the colors will work on your graphs, but on the paths, on Google Earth, you'll notice I made them red. Basically, that means you just got to chill out, take it easy, go slow, don't tear up your equipment or get anybody hurt. There's trees in the area, just be careful. Also back here, same thing. Once you get about right in here, you start getting around trees, follow the path. You should be fine, shouldn't hit any stumps or anything like that, but you need to chill out and kind of take it easy there as well. So other than that, on the other path, the one other path I wanted to show you was right here before we go and talk about the river one. You can do a little cut through here. So if you're over here and you're coming by the Sapphire Bay Marina, if you come up along the seawall, you can actually come out here and cut around and follow this path. And that will take you back out here to the main lake if you don't want to go out here and go all the way back around. So just an option for you. But the main thing is you need to avoid this area right in here. All right, let's move on up here. There's a couple more areas up here. This whole middle section right here where you see these two danger icons, you do not want to be running your boat anywhere in this area. There are stumps everywhere, standing timber. You'll get yourself in a lot of trouble. So just be careful when you're out in this area. Don't mess around. Don't get in the middle out here because you're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble here. Then the next thing that I wanted to show you was over here. There is some debris that's right in here. I didn't put a danger thing. I should put one right here. Some debris right in here, but again, it's protected by buoys. And then pretty much anything up on this side, this left-hand side, these are all trees. You need to be extremely careful. I would not be running my boat up in here. You'll get yourself in trouble. You'll see the trees, so you can't miss it. But if you follow this path, this is the path that will actually take you back to the river. Now, in these areas where I put danger, this is where I can actually see stumps, literally see them from Google Earth. So you want to be careful when you get around these because I can see them. That means they're going to cause you danger for sure. So just be careful, go slow, come around this point, follow this path. It's going to get you really close to the bank line. And then this track will take you all the way up into the river up here. You got to be careful when you get up here on the power lines. You've got a tree line that's over here that you can't see that you could get yourself in trouble with. You've also got a stump out there kind of in the open. And then you've got one back here too. So just put that path out there for you guys so you could see it. So we finally have an official path to the river. Super stoked about that. So that covers us on the boat lanes. Let's talk about everything else that we did here. So the other thing that I did is I updated all of the waypoints. And one of the main things that I did on the waypoints is I was able to create tracks for areas where I found creek channels or road beds and things like that. So items that I really wanted to be very specific on what I found. So let's take a look, for example, creek channels. So here you can see if I select creek channels, you'll see all these little blue marks. So let's zoom into one of these blue marks and I'll show you what I've done. So the old way that I would have done this is I would have put a waypoint on each one of these areas where this creek is. And I would have said that is your creek bed. But instead, I've now created this track, which makes it even more specific on exactly where that creek channel is. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Before, you had to kind of follow the points and hope that you were following the same exact line that I made those points on. And on top of that, it also made it to where we were using a ton of waypoints on the graphs and things like that. So I was getting really concerned about how many points we were actually going to, overload on the graph before it said, hey, I can't take any more points. So anyways, I'm rambling, but basically it doesn't use nearly as many points and it is way more defined. You can see here, this thing is just dead on to the creek channel. So it's spot on. You can see exactly where it's at. You fish right along that, you're going to be right on the creek channel. And I did that for every creek channel that's out here. So you can see back in here, if we get back up in here, you can see where it just follows the creek channel through. And over here, you got a really good creek channel or a ditch. You've got road beds as well. So I can come out here and select road beds. And now the road beds, instead of just putting points, they're actually lines now. So we can see exactly where those road beds connect through. You can see all kinds of stuff. So I've pretty much put everything on here. And if it was something that I could mark a line to and be very specific to, I made that a track as opposed to a waypoint. So you can see here when I put it all together, now we've got underwater bridges on the road beds. You can see those. I've also put all the different waypoints that are out here for all of your offshore stuff as well. So if we go back up to 2021, you'll see all the offshore spots as well. So here we come out, we can see there's debris. There's an offshore spot there. There's also some off these points. And I actually labeled the offshore spots too. So instead of them just being markers, they actually tell you what is there now. So there's a hump there, there's a hump here, there's a bridge out here, a culvert, another bridge, or fishing around the bridge here. There's actually there's a point here, there's a bridge over here somewhere. Brush over here, timber points. I mean, just all kinds of good stuff to fish around. So I've got all of your offshore stuff, plus all your Google Earth waypoints, plus your tracks. So this is all going to be out there. And as well, we've also updated our site. You can still go to simplisticfish.square.site to find these waypoints, but you can also just go now to simplisticfishing.com. So much simpler. Guys, we're growing like crazy. I appreciate everyone's support. I hope you guys enjoy these Ray Hubbard waypoints. And by the way, since you watched this entire video, I need 3 testers. This is a new system for me that I haven't been able to test on all the graphs. So I need 3 testers. I need 1 for a hummingbird helix. I need 1 for a hummingbird solix. And I need someone with a Lowrance unit. And you know what? Let's just make it 4. I also need somebody with the Garmin unit. So the first person to respond in a comment to this video that has one of those graphs, I want to ship you a free card and have you test this for me and let me know if you can see those tracks. So, hey, until next time, guys, I hope you catch your PB. Don't forget to put your name down in the comment if you want one of these cards, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.